Hey, why don't we get out the deck chairs?
Alrighty.
You get the shiny one.
Okay. This one's wet. Oh, try it all.
You know what?
What?
Well, you know what? Why don't we,
Jet ski. I'd love to.
Man, there was a whole lot of pausing going on in that video, like heavy pause energy, man. I'm surprised the FCC didn't flag that, man. Richard Simmons, on whose line is it anyway, man? That show is crazy, man. But how did that make it on TV? I swear that, like, what in the fuck, man? R.I.P. to Richard Simmons, man. Peace. No, pause in peace. That's what I was gonna say. Like R.I.P. and then so much pause in peace. Very positive, motivational guy, right? Known for his exercise videos and all that. We all know this dude. We all seen him over the place. Hell, remember that Nutty Professor classic Eddie Murphy movie? They even had a character that was like based on Richard Simmons. You know, this dude loved working out or exercising, cardio, and loved bringing that pause energy and loved rocking them exercise outfits that probably no man should wear. That's just what I'm saying. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think, but he has passed away at the age of 76, one day after his 76th birthday. And you would think from all that exercise and cardio, everything, this man would be healthy as fuck. I mean, 76 is a good lifespan, but obviously, man, you know, you can spend your whole life being a health nut and, you know, step outside and get hit by a car or, you know, develop some other kind of sickness or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you can flirt with death every day, living life on the edge, not taking care of yourself and live a long time. I mean, you probably shouldn't. That's probably not the way that it's gonna go, but things just don't always go the way that you may think they would go. You know what I mean? But he did have a health scare, I guess, a little while back, 4 months ago. As like I said, this was just like a day after he turned 76, and he did an interview recently saying that he felt great. But as far as this health scare, I don't know if this has anything to do with his passing. His publicist has says, as of now, he has no clue at what happened as to cause of death. But what happened was he had some kind of scare where he had something, and it turned out to be, I guess, skin cancer. And he had this long post here about it. Bear with me, y'all. He said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, what's that blemish, which is so small? There was this strange looking bump under my right eye. I had a tube of Neosporin, which I put on in the morning and every evening. It was still there. It was time to call my dermatologist. I sat in his chair and he looked at it through a magnifying mirror. He told me he would have to scrape it and put it under the microscope. Now I'm getting a little bit nervous." He comes back about 20 minutes later and says the C word, "You have cancer." I asked him what kind of cancer, and he said, "Basal cell carcinoma." I told him to stop calling me dirty names. He laughed. You have to go to a cancer doctor right away. But now that you are here, I suggest you put some Botox in your forehead lines and your smile lines, and let's pump up those cheeks of yours. I patted him on his hand and said, no, not today, doctor. When I got home, I called Dr. Ralph A. Massey, who's from England. I waited in his waiting room and said hello to all of these people who had skin cancer as well. I was shocked to see all of the skin cancers that they had. Some had cancer on the top of their heads, their face, and their neck. The nurse said, "Doctor would like to see you now, Richard." I slowly walked in this pristine room, and Dr. Massey came in to greet me. I have to apologize. I just finished eating lox, bagels, and onions. Damn, that's like the worst combination ever. To have a motherfucker talking to you with their breath all humming in your face. Lox, bagels, and onions. Damn. Onions, he smelled like a deli, but I didn't care. I just needed his help. He explained that he has to burn my skin to remove the cancer cells. There was no numbing it, just had to be done with a small instrument. As he started burning my skin, a tear dropped down my cheek. You can't cry during this, and he wiped my tear. The burning really hurt my skin. It lasted about 30 minutes. Come back in an hour and a half and see if I got it all out. After driving around the city, I went back to some sad news. I didn't get it all out. He burned my face again. This time was way worse than before. It was deeper. I did not cry this time, but I did grit my teeth. Come back in another hour and a half, to be continued. So I don't know, man. Typically when you hear of people passing away of cancer, as we talked about on this channel many times, blood cancer, right? It feels like in a good old US of A, it takes a lot of people out, and a lot of people, have loved ones they lost to cancer, you know what I mean? But I think of stuff like colon cancer, lung cancer, pancreatic, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like skin cancer, I always think of something that you just like go in and they cut it off and you're good to go. And when I'm saying that, I'm not saying that this played into his passing. I don't know, as stated earlier in the video, dude was feeling good. He turned 76, said, life's good and all that, but who knows? Like, could the cancer spread? I don't know, man, but just something to point out in the wake of this man's death that, as you know, no cause of death is out there yet, that he did have skin cancer. So tap in, comment, let me know what you thought about that pause clip in the beginning. And then we have one other celebrity death to report. Jacoby Jones, played for the Ravens, the Texans, wide receiver, return specialist, had a big Super Bowl, man. Like really showed out in the Super Bowl. He has passed away at the age of 40. He's always so like 40, man. I'm scared to turn 40. I feel like I'm staring at the Grim Reaper, you know what I mean? But people are always like, man, 40's young. You still got so much life ahead of you, you know what I mean? And then we see a pro athlete pass away at the age of 40. No indication of his cause of death either, just that he passed away at home in his sleep. And you see fellow teammate Torrey Smith reacting and other individuals. What did Torrey Smith say? He said, my brother, I thank God for the memories and your impact on this world. You were one of one. Your play on the field and jokes will live on forever. We have Mama Jones, a little Kobe's back for life. This one hurts me, man. We are going to miss you. Love you, bro. So sad news, man. 40 years old, deceased. Wasn't in the NFL no more, but he had just got a job, I think, with some indoor football team. I don't know if it was coaching or what exactly he was doing, but R.I.P. Jacoby Jones, R.I.P. Richard Simmons. You never know when it's going to be your last day, y'all. So live it up. And don't dwell on things, man. That's just some personal game to share with y'all. Deal with problems as they come. Don't put them off. Don't procrastinate. Don't have something to say to someone and you don't say it. You know, like if it's important to you, man, because as time passes on, you're carrying around the same ish with you, almost like a cancer. And, you know, again, we just were talking about cancer. I'm not straight up trying to compare it, but I'm saying don't carry negativity around with you one way or another throughout your life like a cancer. You feel me? Because you got to live it up, man. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Jump in the comments, share your thoughts, stay tuned for updates. Subscribe if you're new. We talk all different topics over here. And RIP to both these individuals. God bless everyone. Have a good day.